edition of Teach Time Maths. So today we're going to be looking at money, specifically all of the coins and notes up to £10. So I have a whole bunch of different coins here. And what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to pause the video and just see if you can name all of these different coins here that are on my page. Okay? So pause the video now. If your mums and dads are there and they need to give you a bit of help, that's fine, but see if you can name all 8 of my coins. Off you go. Okay, perfect. So this one here, let's get it a bit close to the camera for you. This is a large circle one. If I look at it in my hand, it's quite a big coin and it's got gold around the outside and silver on the inside. Now, around the outside, it's also got some writing, and this one actually says, "Standing on the shoulders of giants." Sometimes they say different things, so it's quite cool to look at the money. If you've got any money lying around the house, it might be cool to look at the pictures on it as well. But this one actually says on the front, £2. And now, even if it didn't have that, I know it's £2 because it's one of my larger coins. And if I get this one here that looks fairly similar, it's still even bigger than this one. So this is my £2 coin. So that's going to go up there and I'll write £2 next to it. Now for the pound symbol, it looks a bit like the letter E, but the top of it's just curved. If you have a look here, some people, they might do a fancy pound symbol where it's got a little curve at the bottom. Sometimes I like to do that one, but most of the time I just stick to this. And then I do my 2 because it's £2. Now I'm going to look for my £1 coin. Now my £1 looks a lot like my £2 coin, but just a little bit smaller. Now I picked this up a minute ago. Now the £1 didn't always used to look like this, but since about 2016 they've been looking like this. So on the front of the £1 I've got a rose, I've got a thistle, I've got a shamrock, and I think it's meant to be a daffodil, but I'm not sure. But anyway, these are actually the symbols of all of the countries that make up the United Kingdom. And on the front it's also got £1. Now both of my pounds, the way I can tell them that they're pounds is because they've both got gold around the outside and silver on the inside. So those are my £1 and £2 coins. So I'll put my £1 there. Now, looking at all of these other coins, I wonder if anyone knows what the next largest, the next more valuable coin there is out of these 6. Well, let's have a look at this one. Now this one is a special shape as well. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. And it's completely silver in colour. Now sometimes on these coins they like to change the pictures. They have Paddington coins, they've got Peter Rabbit coins, they've got all kinds of coins that all are the same value. They're still the same shape and they're still worth the same amount of money, but they just like to change the picture on this one to confuse us. But this is my 50p coin, and it's got the number 50 down here at the bottom, so I know for definite that this is my 50p, and that's my next biggest money. So now with a 50p, unlike with the pounds where the symbol comes first, when it's 50p we put the P afterwards, we put the letter P after. Now, I've got 5 coins left here. So, these 2 look the biggest, but they're not the most valuable. They're not worth the same amount of money. I'm actually going to look at this one next. Now, the way I like to think of it is we go from gold and silver to the two funny shaped ones. Now this one is a lot like the 50p. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. But it's a lot smaller. Let me pick up the 50p for you and show you. It's a lot smaller than the 50p coin. But just like with the 50p coin, it's got the number written on it to tell me how much it's worth. This has a 2 and a 0. Now we all should know that that is 20. Now I had someone once come up to me and say, well, are you sure it's not 19p or 95p? Because the confusing thing about these coins is they've actually got lots of numbers on them. We're just looking at this number at the bottom that's slightly bigger. Up here, that tells us the year it was minted, so the year this coin was made. So this coin was made in 1995. So it's a pretty old coin. But we're just looking down here at the number that it says, and it says it's 20p. So that goes up here next. So I write my number 20 and then my P next. Now I've got 4 coins left. So this time, again, there's tricks to these. The coins, if you notice, they're always in pairs if they're similar. So we've got the 2 gold and silver ones. We've got the 2 7-sided coins. Now out of these ones, we've got 2 silvers and 2 bronze or 2 copper coins. I'm going to look at my silvers first, so I'm going to put my coppers to the side. Now, you'll notice with all of these coins, the bigger one from the pairs is worth more. If you look, the £2 is bigger than the £1, and that's worth more money. And the 50p was bigger than the 20p, so this one's worth more money. Well, this one is bigger than this one. And that's because this is 10p or 10p, and this is 5p. So just like with all the other pairs of coins, the bigger one is worth more money, and the smaller one is just worth a little bit less. So I'll just hold these up so you can get a closer look. So these sometimes change as well, so we don't always have the same picture on the 10p, and we don't always have the same picture on the 5p. You might have some of these looking coins at home. That's because these actually make up a shield. When you put all of the coins together, they make up a shield shape. But like on the rest of the coins, on the back we've got the Queen's head, and on the front we've got a picture. Now up here it says in words 10p, and in the middle here it says 5p. If you've got slightly older coins, they might have the number written at the bottom as well, just like on the 20 and the 50. They might have the number written down here. It's because these are slightly newer. They don't have the number, but they have the words written on them. Okay, that leaves my last 2 coins. Now, if I follow the same rules, with the bigger one being worth more than the smaller one, then I'm right. Because this one is 2p. I can see because there's a big number 2 here, and it's written 2p on it. And this one says up the top here 1 penny. So out of all of the coins, this one is worth the least. You would need 100 of these to get £1, or 200 of them to get to £2. But we'll look at that in a second. Let's just write this out here. So we've got 2p and 1 penny, or 1 pence. So 6 of my coins, these 6 here, are all pennies, and 2 of my coins here are pounds. But we don't just have coins in English money. We also have notes. Now these are the new notes. So they used to be made out of paper, but these are plastic notes. So these ones are quite easy to tell how much they're worth because they've got it written on them nice and clearly. So this blue one that I've got here is £5. And this orangey one, some people say it's brown, orangey brown one is £10. Now those ones are a lot easier to figure out how much they're worth. So that means that my blue one here is worth 5 of these pounds. So if I had 5 of these coins, then that means that I've got 1 of those notes. Or I would need 10 of these coins to make up this one. But we're just going to be looking at our coins really today. So first things first, we're going to look at how much is in each of my pounds. So when we write out £2 properly, it looks like this. And the same for my £1. It looks like this. So if I took away, this is called my decimal point. If I took that away and I turned this into my pence, well, it tells me how many pennies I've got. So I'll show you here. So you see, I took away my pound and my decimal point and it turned into 200 pence. Same here, I took away my pound and my decimal point and it turned into 100 pence. So that means that I would need 200 of these to make £2. And I would need 100 of them to make £1. That's because this is double of £1. So £2 is double 1. So it's like I've squeezed 2 of these coins into here. Or it's like I've squeezed 200 of these coins into here.